Happy 2023, everybody. Happy New Year. It's been a few days since I posted a video. I've been doing family stuff. First Christmas back in England for decades, so trying to make an event of it, so to speak. First batch of guitars coming in after Christmas, and the first one I got is something we've seen on this channel. This is a log. Tramontine T66D. I possibly have done a video on this before. This one came to me used via eBay UK. I actually did the setup just this morning on this. It was just dirty, just needed cleaning up really and restringing. But when I put the strings back on, I found that the neck was bowed back really bad, like somebody had cranked that truss rod really tight. And then I discovered after setting it up, there was slight sharpness on my hands as I play in the first position, and I realized there's a bit of a crack starting here and on this side here. It's not pulling away or anything, but I suspect it's because that truss rod was cranked all the way and the neck was bowed back, putting a lot of stress on this joint right here. People crank truss rods all the time without knowing what they're doing. Possibly this guitar came to them and the action was too high, and they think just tightening the truss rod will lower the action, which is not what the truss rod is for, but people do it anyway. And I even see some YouTube videos telling people to do that. So they got the action nice, where they put a bow in the neck and caused damage to the guitar. So I'm going to tell the seller that he did not disclose the fact that it was cracked on both sides. I don't think the crack is deep. I think it's just going through the lacquer and maybe starting into the wood. I've got it at the correct tension now. It seems fine. But you might remember these guitars. They're made with the Occitan cross on there. So they're French guitars, I believe, made in Occitania with cymbals from that particular region. And I think this is a solid top, or at least it's pretty well disguised laminate. I think it's solid top. So it's spruce with mahogany in the back. Nice black lining all the way throughout on this guitar. Nice sort of bi-level sculpted headstock, as you can see there, with the log insignia, black hardware on it, rosewood board. These are nice guitars. I'm seeing more logs over here than back in the States, and that's to be understood, being that they are, I've heard that they're Belgian. But it would make sense that they, I think it says Francais on there, or France. It would make sense since that they have Occitanian insignias. This is an Occitanian cross. That is South France by the Riviera. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the case. And they make various gradations of these. They make the 66, the 88s, and there's 100, 200, 400, probably a 300 series, 1000 series. So they make these, starting out with these entry-level Dreadnoughts, going all the way up to $1,000-$2,000 guitars. So yeah, it's nice. This one's got some wear on it, as you can see there. It's got some wear on it, but it's pretty nice. It plays really well. I just had that problem where somebody had cranked the truss rod all the way and put a banana bow, back bow, in the neck, and probably caused undue tension, shortening the truss rod, pulling the neck back. And this is the weakest joint, or the weakest part of the neck here, where the scarf is. Actually, this doesn't have a scarf, it's one piece, but this is where all the tension is. So it started pulling away from the fretboard and splitting into the wood a little bit because somebody had done that. Really annoys me when people do that. And it's because people go online and they see somebody say, oh, if your action's too high, just crank the truss rod, you know. And that's not what it's for. You use your saddle height for string heights, not necessarily your truss rod. You might be able to get a slight action adjustment with an incremental truss rod adjustment, but when you crank it either way like that, you can do quite a lot of damage to the guitar. So we caught this one, we took the pressure. I did quite a few turns to get this pressure off the neck and return it to straight. I'm going to let it sit for a few days because it'll probably recorrect the other way, and then I'll adjust it again. But now it's just a slight bit of relief. It does slope away at the end as well. So quite nice. These are nice little guitars. Pick one up if you find one used. They're, I think they're nicely made, nicely designed. I thought I'd show you another one, but mainly to talk about this problem with the neck. So there you go. This is a Larg Tramontine T66D Dreadnought with the spruce top, mahogany or sapelli back and sides. Really nice neck design on these, shallow neck, so you can get purchase at the top. Again, there's that interesting 3-level headstock and the black keys on there. So there you go. It's another look at a Larg. I'll probably see some more over here. So we got this one back into playing condition. All right, folks. See you next time. Again, Happy New Year. Talk soon.